Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Discriminating Gamer. Say, what did Richard Nixon say when he bumped into Gerald Ford in the hall? Pardon me. Ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to go ahead and take a look at Watergate from Capstone Games. We'll get back to the review in just a moment. I want to take a minute to ask you to check out my other channel, that is Cody Carlson, PhD, where we talk about history, books on history, military history. I even post some of my lectures for my classes on there. Please check that out. Please subscribe to that channel. And now, back to the review. In Watergate from Capstone Games, two players take on the role of either the editor or the presidential administration of Richard Nixon as they attempt to battle to cover up or uncover the Watergate scandal. The game board is a cork board that shows a picture of President Richard Nixon in the center, as well as pins leading out toward various spaces for pictures. The goal of the editor is actually going to be able to tie two witnesses to Richard Nixon, and Nixon's goal is to try to prevent that from happening. On the side of the board is a track 1 to 5 on both sides with a 0 in the center. And next to that, you're going to place an initiative card. The initiative essentially allows one player to draw 4 cards, and the player with the initiative to draw 5 cards. Now on the 0, you're going to place a red momentum token and the white initiative token. You're also going to have the presidential player draw 3 pieces of evidence, which he can look at, and he can place down in the center of that 0. Off to the side, you're going to place the various witness pictures, and you're going to place all the other evidence tokens into a bag. The evidence tokens themselves come in 3 colors, blue, yellow, and green, and some of them have 2 of those colors, some of them have all 3 of those colors. Now, during the course of the game, whoever has initiative is going to go ahead and play one of their cards. Now, you can play the card in 2 ways. You can play it for its kind of event, in which case you can go ahead and take care of it. If you do the event, then that card is out of the game. Or you can do it for the ability to move some of those evidence tokens. You can move evidence tokens toward you. If you are the editor, you can say, it may have a green, it may have a yellow, it may have a blue. You can point to one of those pieces of evidence, and you can say, is this green, is it yellow, is it blue? And the Nixon player has to tell you whether it is or not. If it is, you can go ahead and move that then toward you a number of spaces indicated on the card. Now, some of the evidence pieces, as I say, some of them have 2 colors or 3 colors. As long as that color is one of the colors that is on that piece of evidence, you can move it. Players are going back and forth doing this, playing the evidence cards, playing the kind of the movement on the track cards. But you can also, when you play some of the evidence cards, you can move the momentum toward you. Now, if you get the momentum to the number 5, you can go ahead and take it and place it on your player card. In the case of Nixon, he wants to fill up his 5 very quickly. That's a victory condition for him. But you can also move the initiative token closer toward you. And if the round ends with it toward you, then of course you're going to get it, so you want it to be on your side. Now, as you're playing the cards, one of the things that you're also doing is getting witnesses. Now, if you are the editor, you're getting those pictures of the witnesses and you're placing them face up on their spot on the board, which is on the edge of the cork board. If you are Nixon and you get one of those witnesses, you're placing it there, but you're placing it face down. That means it's unavailable for the editor to use. Now, at the end of the round, you're going to see on which side the initiative token is on. If it is on the editor's side, then the editor is going to have initiative. If it's on Nixon's side, then Nixon will have the initiative, and you place the initiative card pointing to whoever has the initiative for that round. You're also going to take the momentum card, or the momentum cylinder off the board and give it to whichever player had it on their side. Now, in the case of Nixon, if he gets 5 of those momentum cards on his player card, he instantly wins the game. So the editor player is trying to keep those away from him. Then, if there are any evidence pieces that stayed on 0, you put it back into the pouch. into the bag. You then place, of course, a new momentum and the initiative token back on 0, and then you award the evidence. So whoever has the evidence tokens on their side, they go ahead and they get to claim that evidence. Now, whoever had initiative gets to place their evidence tokens first. Now, in the case of the editor, he can place the evidence on the appropriate colored slot, the blue, the green, or the yellow. He can place that on those spaces. And what he's trying to do is he's trying to create a link from Nixon via these evidence pieces to two of the witnesses in the, that have their pictures face up. So he's trying to do that. When Nixon places, he's trying to block. He's trying to place the evidence face down to block the pathways that the editor is trying to make between Nixon and the witnesses. Both players have some very powerful cards, like conspirator cards that can do all sorts of funky things that Nixon has, and so they're trying to race to, of course, build those links or obscure those links as much as possible. Now, just like Nixon can win immediately if he goes ahead and he fills up his momentum track with 5 momentum cylinders, the editor, he can go ahead and he can win instantly if, as I say, he is able to connect President Nixon to 2 of those witnesses. He will win immediately. So whichever side fulfills their victory conditions first wins Watergate. So I was a little late to the party with Watergate. This game's been out for a while, and it's one I really wanted to play. But I just never got the chance to play it. And it was pretty interesting because out of the blue, a few weeks ago, I got a package in the mail from Capstone Games. And I don't remember speaking to them about this. Maybe I did, but I don't remember it. And I opened it up, and they were actually wanting to promote their new card sleeves, the Phantom card sleeve line, I should say. And these are the card sleeves that you're seeing in the video. They were great. I really enjoyed them. If you need to get a card sleeve, Phantom. They were really good. I liked them quite a bit. So in order to highlight those card sleeves, they sent me this game, they sent me another game I'll probably hit here before too long. But I was thrilled. I was absolutely thrilled that I finally got a chance to play Watergate. Like I say, it's one I've had my eye on for a while. I had not played, and I was super excited. Of course, I'm a historian, so I love games with historical themes, and I love war games, but I really like games with strong historical themes that are not war games. I really think that's cool. And so I was really looking forward to playing this one for a long time, and I just never got around to it, and then boom, I get it in the mail, so it was pretty awesome. So I'm playing this game. I played it a few times now, and I think it's got some really interesting things going for it. First of all, it's one of these great 2-player, head-to-head, tense games. It kind of reminds me of Twilight Struggle, a much smaller scale, but just kind of that back and forth that you get in the way you play the cards. But it's very, very interesting. And the people I played it with have really had a lot of fun with it too, and I had a lot of fun with it as well. I played, I think, maybe 3 games total now, and so far the editors won every game. So I don't know if that's just us playing it or what's going on, but I got to play this one some more because I want to see if it is a little bit more balanced. I suspect that it is. I've read stuff online that suggests that it is, but to me it just seems that the games I played, the editor has won more often than not. That said, I really like the mechanics here. I really like the like I said, the back and forth, the tug of war on those tracks. You're trying to get the evidence. You're trying to get the momentum momentum cylinders and the initiative cylinder. I think it's really well done. That back and forth is really good. And this isn't a terribly long game either. That's one of the things I liked about it. You get a real sense of tension and fun in a relatively short time, and it's got this great historical theme, and I just really ate this game up. So did I played it with Kim, I played it with Zach, and we all really have enjoyed every game that we played, even though the editors won all the time. I'm looking forward to playing this one more. I definitely will be playing this one more. I think it's just a phenomenal game. I really enjoy it. Recommendation for the discriminating gamer for Watergate is buy it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again for joining us today on The Discriminating Gamer. As always, we ask you to please leave a comment for us on YouTube, on Board Game Geek, on our Facebook page, or on thediscriminatinggamer.com. We'd ask you to please like us on Facebook, subscribe to us on YouTube, and follow us on Twitter. I'd ask you, ladies and gentlemen, to please check out my other channel, that is Cody Carlson, PhD, where we talk about military history and books on history. I'm currently uploading my World War II lectures on there, so please check that out. And also, please give this video a thumb on Board Game Geek. We'd also appreciate that as well. And if you really do enjoy the channel, you like the content we give you, please consider leaving a tip with the super thanks button here on your YouTube page. That would mean a lot to us as well. Ladies and gentlemen, speaking of presidents,
I really wonder why it is we here in America, we only get to choose between 2 presidents every 4 years. I mean, we have over 50 options for Miss America.
Please somebody help me on my feet again. And I don't know where I'm going, and I don't know where I've been. Please somebody help me on the solid ground. It's a long time, and I've been dying. Once a year I wind up in the band. God knows that I love to fight.
Oh, hang on, guys, hang on a second.
Yeah. We must kill the witch before the witch kills us.
Oh,